on yesterday's program, I had a top 5 list of the top 5 things about the 2022 season I know for sure through 2 weeks. Number 1 on that list was the Bills are bona fide soul snatchers.
No doubt.
Another one on that list is the newest emerging rock star of the NFL is Jalen Hurts. We'll talk to Darius Slay about that coming up in hour number 3. As a bookend, I now have for you another top 5 list of the top 5 things I don't know through 2 weeks of the 2022 season. I need NFL Films music, and here we go. The number 5 item on my list of things I don't know through the first 2 weeks of the 2022 season is I don't know what in the world is going on in the AFC South. I have no idea what's going on in the AFC South. Matt Ryan was supposed to come in and do un-Carson Wentz-like things, and he's made Carson Wentz look like the Matt Ryan that we used to know. And the Colts defensively can't stop anybody, and they've entered the fourth quarter of their first 2 games down by a combined score of 44-3. And these are all facts, and I picked the Colts to win the division. But they're 0-1-1, which is only a half game out because the Texans are also 0-1-1 because the Colts tied the Texans in week 1. And the Titans, who are the 1 seed and the defending champs of this division, they're 0-2. And they look all of 0-2. I mean, they have not looked good at all, except for the first, 2.5 quarters against the Giants before they blew that one. Yeah. And then they get smoked by the Bills. And now they're taking on the 0-3 Raiders. And could it be possible the Jacksonville Jaguars are just the best team in that division? Yeah, they're the only ones with a win right now. But could it be that their defense is really fast and really good and really young? And could it be that Trevor Lawrence is going to take that step forward from year 1 to year 2 or from year 0 to year 2? Because last year was a total disaster for him and the team. Maybe the Jacksonville Jaguars are, in fact, the best team in that division. So far, I just don't know what the hell's going on in the AFC South. Number 4 on my list of things I still don't know about the NFL season through 2 weeks. I don't know which is the best team in the best division in football. I don't know that yet. Because we went in saying it's got to be the AFC West, and there's an 0-2 team in my Las Vegas Raiders in there, and there's the Denver Broncos in there at 1-1, looking all kinds of shaky, right? The Chargers have Justin Herbert with fractured rib cartilage. Yeah. And then you take a look at the NFC West. Maybe they're the best team in division in football. I don't know about that because you could say this through 2 weeks. You know what's forming to look like maybe the best division in football is the AFC East. The Bills are the best team in the whole sport, in my opinion. The Dolphins look terrific. Your Patriots went in and beat the Steelers when everybody thought they were about to go to 0-2. Yep. And maybe my Jets are sneaky good. I'm going higher register on my Jets. I don't know. So I don't know which is the best division in football through 2 weeks. And number 3, based on the AFC West coming in, is absolutely the best division in football, and the fact that we still don't know if that's true. Number 3 is, can Nathaniel hack it? I don't know. And I'm hoping that Nathaniel Hackett can hack it. I'm hoping because he is a delightful human who I've met on a handful of occasions. And what an opportunity that he has. And he's got a very sharp offensive mind. I mean, if Rodgers loves that sharp offensive mind, then, I'll check that box, count me in on that. But I have no idea if he can hack it with making these decisions that he's made over the first 2 games. And it is just 2 games. We're marathoning. We're not sprinting. But if we keep seeing some of these weird decisions where one game, the 46-yard line is just good enough to try a 64-yarder to field goal to kick it and try and win a game in Seattle, but the 41-yard line is a spot from which you punt it after you go from the 36 back to the 41 in a game you're losing by 3 points. Instead of kicking a field goal in the thin Rocky Mountain air, you're punting it now at the 41. It makes no sense what we're seeing in Denver. And that's a question about their coach. Can Nathaniel Hackett hack it? Number 2 on my list of things I don't know through the first 2 games of the 2022 season. I'm going to take a long road here. I do not know if Trey Lance is going to start another game for the San Francisco 49ers as we are sitting here right now. Carted off in week 2. The Jimmy G insurance policy, they break glass on it just 5 quarters into the season. And yes, he's had successful surgery. And yes, he's young and can heal fast to the point where it's possible he even heals in time for the playoffs. But if Jimmy Garoppolo, who's no, long in the tooth type guy, if he can actually take the 49ers back to where he took them or was part of taking them last year, and even goes a step further, because this team does have championship stuff everywhere else, why would they just say, okay, now we're turning to Trey Lance? Because they'll have already been about to take that second draft without the draft choices that they used to go get him. You are what you are in the NFL, and you move forward from where you are, and maybe moving forward is Jimmy G. Why would they send him packing if he does what he does again? I don't know. Things are strange in the NFL. And then number one on the list of things about the 2022 season, I still don't know through just 2 games this season. And maybe I'm thinking too hard about this, or maybe I'm going a little too deep on this, but I don't know. Is Tom Brady enjoying himself anymore? I don't know.
That's a really good one. That's really good.
I just see him, it just feels like there's a level of joy that we always saw in him missing. I'm not saying he's regretting his decision to come back. I do not know what is going on in his personal life. He looks gaunt to me. He looks like he's lost weight, and he, like, more than ever before. And it looks like that there's this, obviously when the Saints are, holding you down offensively, and they're smacking your offense around, and you've got people right in your face, and it's your protection up front is banged up already, and the receivers that you thought you'd have in week 2 aren't there because they're banged up still. It can grate on a guy, but as we all get older, there are things we tolerate less and less and less, and we lose patience faster. And I'm wondering if he's having fun, because it looks like he's not, to be very honest. And they're 2-0. And I'm not around him, and I'm only seeing what I see on the sidelines and what I see in post-game press conferences and press conferences during the middle of the week. It just looks to me like he might not be having that much fun. And it's just an open-ended question. Does that mean he won't stick around Tampa? Is it a Tampa thing? Is it just an NFL thing? Is it just, does he want to play anymore? Is he doing it because he's agreed to do it and now he's going through it? I just think he loves the competition, maybe, but
also for a guy like Tom, winning is fun. So
yes, and they are that.
Right, but it hasn't been easy.
I don't know. There just seems to be, maybe I'm reading too much into stuff, but that's my number one thing. I just don't know about the NFL 2022 season through the first 2 games.
I like it.